Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Jill back, and for this week, one of our activities for STEM week, we are going to conduct a small experiment. And this experiment is going to be over 3 days, so I'm starting it today. Tomorrow I will come back with you and we'll be doing something extra to our experiment, and on the third day we should have our results. But we are going to find out how plants, but we're going to use celery, absorb water and grow. So that process is we're going to have a little science lesson. It's called osmosis. Now I'm going to give you the exact definition of osmosis, not Miss Jill's words, but the definition. Osmosis is a process by which molecules of a solvent tend to pass through a semi-permeable membrane from a less concentrated solution into a more concentrated one, thus equalizing the concentrations on each side of the membrane. So, here is what we are going to do. We are going to take 4 glasses of water. We're going to add 4 different food colorings to each one, and we are going to put the celery stalks in the water, the colored water. And over a period of days, the water that's how the celery will obtain water through its roots, and it will grow and the leaves will turn. Now, I have never done this experiment, so we're doing it together. According to all the STEM experiments that I've gathered online, this works. So we are hoping that it's going to work. So we're going to start the first process. And what that would be is we're going to put 8 ounces, I'm going to do, it says a cup, so hang on just a minute. There's a drop of food coloring, so in my measuring cup already, when I was opening those, I guess it got out. So we're going to start with we're going to do a cup of water in each glass. And like I said, guys and gals, this is going to be over 3 days. So Miss Jill will tune back in tomorrow. And then day after tomorrow, we will have the final product, and we will test this experiment that the internet says works. We're going to see if it does work, and we're going to see if our celery turns the color of the food coloring that we use. Through, what did we say? Osmosis. So we are learning some science along with doing our experiments. I told you guys this is going to be a fun week. Now, if y'all want to try this at home, make sure that you have a parent or guardian supervision in any experiment that you do, because you see, Miss Jill makes messes. You all have been with me long enough to know that that's how I do things. So I know you kids are not as messy as Miss Jill. So we, like I said, make sure you have a parental guidance or consent that they are helping you, watching you, and that they say that it's okay to do this experiment. And we're going to add in the first glass. It says 3 drops of your food coloring. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 3 blue. 3 green. 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't matter if an extra one goes in there. We all know what colors. We're just doing this to decipher. Now, I don't know how much the yellow will change, the green celery. So let me make sure it says, 3 to 4 drops. So you're good if you do 4. We'll do a couple more extra on the yellow just because of the green, we want to see the yellow show through to see if it works. Okay, now I will get a spoon and stir these. I feel like, guys, at Easter time I dye Easter eggs with food coloring, and that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm excited to see if this works. I have read about it on several different websites, and I watched videos, and it does work. It's been kind of interesting to watch celery, green celery, the leaves and the tips of the celery turn different colors. So So that's what we're going to see if osmosis really takes place with the celery, that if it will get its water and nutrients and travel up and turn the leaves. So what we're going to do for today, we're going to put 1 stalk of celery in each, and it did say to get the ones with the leaves because you want to see if your leaves change, and you cut a 1/2 inch of the tip or the end of your celery off. So I already did that when when I broke the celery apart. I did cut my 1/2 inch off already. So I washed it first, cut the 1/2 inch off, and you got to see all of the up until that what we're doing. So this one's going to go in the green. This one, let's put this one in the red, and let's just put the smaller one in the yellow. So for now, I have 3 more stalks left, and what we're going to do today, that's all we're going to do is set the celery in this, and for 24 hours, it's going to, I guess it will start working. I'm not certain if it will, but tomorrow we're going to tune in, and because it says after 24 hours, you can add a couple pieces of stalk in different colors just to see the progress. So tomorrow we'll tune back in, and we'll put these 3 pieces in the red, green, and blue, and the more vivid colors, and see the difference in them. And then the 3rd day, our experiment will be complete. So you guys tune in, and like I said, if you want to start this experiment at home, if you have celery food coloring, we can start it on the same day together, and we can record our results. You can see what happens at your house, and we can see all together what happens at my house. So tune in, and I'll be back with you guys tomorrow on our celery experiment. Bye, guys. Hey guys, it's Miss Jill, and I'm behind the camera, and this is day 2 of our celery experiment. It's been the 2nd day, and I just kind of wanted you guys to look and see what was going on here. This is working because look at the different color, and I hope I can zoom in good enough that you all can see. Can you all see the red tint on the celery? Look at it compared to this color, how much discoloration. Now, later yesterday after I did the original video, I could already see, okay, you can see that this is the blue color. And look at the blue streaks going through the roots. So the osmosis that we talked about, that the liquid is going up through the roots, is working. The yellow, you can see all the color there together. I didn't know how the yellow would work, but they all, you can tell, have a different shade. And that is the blue, the green, and you can definitely tell that red. So what we're going to do today is drop in another piece of celery just to show the different colorations that happened and see how the difference is. The colors there when you drop in the red. Then we're going to drop one in the blue, and just for an experiment, just to see how it works overnight. And tomorrow, I know this is shaky. Tomorrow will be the final result of how to see if the leaf change. And like I said, on that red, definitely you can tell the color, how it's changed. So I think that's pretty neat. So the experiment does work, and I'm excited tomorrow to see the final result. All right, guys, we'll tune in tomorrow and see what we got. Bye. Hey boys and girls, this is day 3 of our celery experiment, and I wanted just to hop on here to show you all the end results, and it did work. First, we'll start with the green celery, and I'm going to hold this and try to show you all. So, the green, and I hope you all can see see where my thumb is, how the green food coloring has went up, and it's on the tips of some of the leaves you can see there. So that's pretty cool. This experiment did work, and that's something, so you can see the green food coloring come through the leaves there. So that's the green color. And like I said, when you put it up next to the red, you can see the total different color. See? Okay, and then now we're going to talk about the red, and it is visible. Like, I don't even have to zoom in. You can see the red that's at the tip of the leaves, on the inside, coming up through the stem. So the roots surely did absorb that colored water for its nutrients. Like I said, you can see the tip, the red. See the red right there? The red on the leaves. That was pretty cool. Now here's the blue. And look right there. See how the blue come all the way up through? Look on the leaves. Hope you can see all that. On the stem, see on the stalk there, how up and down through there, you can see that's where the water ran through on its root there, all the way to the top. See right there on that leaf, it's got the blue, and right there on the end. Yellow, I can't really tell much of a difference other than the color, because where yellow is lighter than the green celery, I feel like it did work. It's just not a whole lot of visibility, because you can see right there, there's like some yellow through it. See if that'll adjust. So guys, this was a neat little experiment over 3 days that we conducted, of how it was our science lesson with osmosis, how water travels through through roots to get its nutrients, and we can see that it did that because all the colored water came all the way up to the leaves. So that was a fun little thing for us to do this week for STEM week. Hope you guys enjoyed it.